So that's why I kept saying, like, in case if you don't know, the Igbos are those you are seeing now. The way Nigeria is, if all of us are being kind of like reasonable, right? Whatever it is that motivates the Igbos to keep pressing, no matter whatever systemic oppression that exists in Nigeria, the spirit of pushing and not giving up and all of that. When you look at what motivates them, majority of that is what I just mentioned: the marginalization, the inequality, the systemic Cold War, the profiling. They exist, right? But when you look at, like I said, when you look at some of them, for example, the marginalization, the Igbos are not the only people marginalized in Nigeria. If we're all being honest, right? But majority of us have been appeased with that vanity of, now our man be president. We are the one in power. Yet there is no access to drinkable water, even in your city, not to talk of the remotest of your communities. There is no direct benefit that changes your life to say because you are in power or you are favored, you have this and that. There's no direct benefit to you. It's just for these criminals who are sharing it at the top with themselves, using you, your tribe, your ethnic, including your religion, as their meal ticket, which gives them access to the table where they share your common patrimony. So if the Igbos are saying we want to live, we don't want to be part of this anymore, if all of us have been honest with ourselves, with what Nigeria has become, has always been right the way, right? Everybody should be asking to say we want out. And that's something that would then destroy or like end the party. Currently, the criminals in power, the elite, they are prayer warriors, the religious bandits, and the rest of them. Yeah, they are all feasting on your flesh, your blood, your soul, your life, and every other thing. So if Nigeria breaks today, that party will be over. So when they tell you that Nigeria is not breakable, it's not this or that, it's not because of you, it's because of them. Because if Nigeria ends tomorrow, the party is over. Straight up. So Nnamdi Kanu then became the number one public enemy. Somebody who has not done anything to you. Oh, he said, the right thing to do is that if he directly and personally committed this crime, the right thing to do is to present the evidence of that. But courts can join his broadcast, his statement, and then convict him because of his rhetoric, and then send him to life imprisonment in the art of the caliphate, where the Satan of Sokoto rules, right? So what's the motive? What's the plan? So his lawyers, when they got to the DSS office in Abuja today, that was when they realized that he's been moved. Then Ejimako has something to say afterward. But watch this first in front of their DSS office in Abuja this afternoon.
Okay. Good day, everybody. All lovers of freedom. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am one of the lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu. I'm here with my colleagues, Maxwell Opara, PhD, and this Ijoma Ifedinobi, Esquire. We just came out from visiting the State Security Service department of the FCT, and we have been informed by the Director of Operations that Nnamdi Kanu is no longer in their custody. He has been moved to a safe correctional facility in Sokoto State. So right now, Nnamdi Kanu is now in Sokoto State, and our challenge anyway in this is that most of the documents he's supposed to file in Abuja Court of Appeal, he may not be able to file it anymore because he needed to file processes at the Court of Appeal to challenge the judgment that was delivered yesterday by the Federal High Court Judge, Honorable Justice James Omotosho. And moving him to Sokoto is now going to act as an impediment to his filing those appeal processes. But in any case, we are guaranteed and assured that where he is in Sokoto is safe for him at the moment. And we are hoping and praying that he could be relocated back here in Abuja, where we believe is safer for him and much better for him to pursue his appeal. Thank you very much.
By the special grace of God, the appeal will be ready for filing by next week. So that is the position. Thank you.
So they took him to Sokoto. They're having a laugh. I told you that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, just to keep him like a trophy for this Fulani unseen hands, the oligarch behind the scenes, who felt like Nnamdi Kanu has actually done them. What exactly will make this Fulani oligarch hate him that much that they want him out of circulation? Have you ever thought of that? I have. It is because most of what we are seeing today, that some of us are feeling alarmed. Oh my God. 10 years ago, when Nnamdi Kanu was raising the alarm, it was sounding like an alarmist. It was sounding like a madman to some of you, because you couldn't even imagine what he was saying. Like, how is that even possible? What's this guy saying? How is that possible? It's not possible in this country. And you have seen most of the things you've told yourselves once that's never possible. They will never happen. And you have seen them happen in Nigeria today. Rather than you to feel like, I have heard this before. No, you are now feeling alarmed. Oh my God, how did we get here? When did Nigeria get to this level? How can they go? What's going on? What's going on in this country? You're pretending. There's a man that raised the alarm, and they spent a decade to condition you to hate him. And it's working for some of you. Unfortunately, it is also not working, because the criminals that want you to hate him, they don't like you. Take a look at all their actions, their inactions, and all of that stuff. Any of them that you can see how directly and indirectly they affect you, then you realize that they want you killed. So anyone raising the alarm beforehand is probably considered as, how did he know? Where did he get it from? Why is he saying that in public? And then all hell let loose by this rogue. So it's temporary. Nothing should happen to Nnamdi Kanu in that place. I know some of you will tell yourself that even that, if something happened to him, what's going to happen? Currently, a lot of people are doing their best to calm the nerves of the people in the eastern part of Nigeria. And mind you, I'm not saying that there are no anti-Nnamdi Kanu in the eastern part of Nigeria. If you are one of them, please don't don't overrate yourself. All right? Because, there are those of you who have been a better, useful agent of, this propaganda. You are not bold enough to even ask your supposed governors or your supposed government, what exactly is your job if you think Nnamdi Kanu that is locked up in a solitary confinement for years is so powerful that he's controlling people that are too powerful for you as a government? Come on, give me a break. One of you probably want to say that. But the thing is this, it's temporary and nothing should happen to him. A lot of them believe that, this is politics and they will use their political whatever to sort it at some point. Some are even saying that Tinubu is just saving it for the last dance, where he's going to want to take a glory that he would use to get to to warm his way to the heart of the Igbos by pardoning Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty of any crime. Nnamdi Kanu is not convicted of any crime. You see all these things you are watching? They are a script. They are actually acting the script, so to say. Here,
Ejimako was convicted in 1963 for treason.
His entire legal
team. I mean, did he undermine his case by doing that? I mean, you were a member of that. In fact, you were at the forefront of his legal team. I mean, and then you were suddenly transformed into a consultant, and you couldn't even speak in court today on his behalf. I mean, did he undermine his own case by doing that?
No, he didn't. This is not the first time it has happened. You recall that Awolowo had defended himself, if you go back to 1963 in history. At some point, Mahatma Gandhi defended himself in South Africa and even in India. And Nelson Mandela at some point defended himself. So did Martin Luther King. It's not unusual. This is a politically charged case. I think a strategic decision was made by him at some point that he probably would have done a better job than the lawyers. The lawyers do these cases within a very narrow confine of some decorum or some kind of behavior that is imposed on the lawyers that may sometimes may become prejudicial to the client in a politically charged case like this. This case wasn't a complex case. This case depended very much on a misguided prosecutorial policy that, pretty much zeroed in on Nnamdi Kanu, maybe because of the region he came from. That prosecutorial policy is not being levied northwards. We have a different prosecutorial or different counter-terrorism policy up in the north, which is engagement.
Well, let me come in there and ask.
The comparison may be too far afield.
Well, let me come in there.
It has to be an equal opportunity crime.
Indeed, but let me come in there and ask you this, because of the fact that you raised the issue of the southeast. What are the potential security risks in the southeast region in your assessment? Do you think this verdict will lead to increased tensions or calm in the region? Briefly.
Nnamdi Kanu is committed to non-violence. I also take this opportunity to appeal for calm, just like others have done. But whether people are angry or not, they are indeed angry, because there is a perception that this whole thing is sectionalized. That perception has to be removed, and the growing notion that he's being singled out is gaining currency. So how do we stop this? We stop it by the government changing its policy a little bit to giving everybody equal opportunity, equal peril.
Right.
If you did something wrong, if you are from the north, they treat you as badly as they treat someone who did it wrong from the east or the west. But when you single a certain region and you levy an attritional prosecution against someone, it creates this perception. And of course, it kind of heightens the alienation of that very region and makes worse the very problem you're trying to solve, which is the problem of inclusion and exclusion.
Right.
And this is what is driving the agitation. But having said that, calm is required, because we still have opportunities laying ahead.
Indeed. Let me come.
Like, what was their intention in taking Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto? That's another question, though. We have probably figured out why they wanted him to continue to have difficulty in building any of his case, because he's going to the appeal. And remember the last time Binta Nyako sentenced him to 20 years in prison, right? For treason. And that got quashed a year after by the appeal court. Most of the charges they also listed, and Nnamdi Kanu is convicted of right now, is double jeopardy. Most of those charges were also listed in their 2022 case, when Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted by the appeal court, that they disobeyed, they dishonored, they never honored that judgment. Now, Omotosho, the angry Omotosho, gave a verdict and possibly also told them to take him to the caliphate. Let's go and deliver him to them in Sokoto. Here, Ejimako added, by the way.
Awolowo was convicted in 1963 for treason. That conviction was equally questionable, and it was overturned through a political decision that was, there's a debate whether it was Gowon or Ojukwu that made that decision, but in any case, it was a political decision that set him free. Nelson Mandela as well was convicted. He served time, long, 27 years. It was political decision of the South African government under de Klerk that set him free. So was that of Enahoro, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Mbazulika Amechi. And then when you go to the United States itself, Martin Luther King was convicted at one point.
Right, very briefly, we're almost out of time.
And again, Mahatma Gandhi. So now, this conviction, described as a travesty of justice, not just by the United States, by everybody. So it gives Nigerian government the opportunity to step in. If something went down, something went wrong, there's a new opportunity, a new window of opportunity to solve it. You see, America took a very weighty decision recently to intervene security-wise in this country, and they never mentioned the IPOB on Nnamdi Kanu anywhere. If they do, it's going to be in favorable terms, not in disfavorable terms.
Right. Okay, I've got to go.
This kind of points a way forward for Nigerian government to do that, so that this sense of exclusion and alienation in the South is that is running rife will be checked once and for all.
Barrister Aloy Ejimako, Honorable Benedict Tenor.
Polo was convicted in 1963.
Thank you, Ejimako. They are not interested in law. They are not interested in equity or equality. It is about power and subjugation. Now, let's see how far that will take them, because they have already pressed the self-destruct button. The whole thing that is playing out right now are the consequences of Tinubu's desperation. Those around him who have been sabotaging, if he had any effort at all, to go after terrorists, who have been sabotaging his, I don't even know if I should be giving him that benefit of the doubt, right? But now let's give him, right? Those who have been advising him and all of that, whatever they are doing, policy-wise and the rest of that, is what Nigeria is today, right? So all of that is coming from his desperation to grab it, snatch it, and run with it. Now, their situation is like the monkeys that stole a car. Now, monkeys stole a car, but here we go. They can't drive it. Tinubu stole presidency of Nigeria. Here we go. He can't protect you. So let's see how far this goes. Enjoy the rest of your evening, but don't forget to like the broadcast, okay? Please don't forget. I'm just reminding you, right? Like the broadcast. Share it as well. I will see you another time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Ayíbi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.